Oh, as usual, he's crunched it.
Yeah, it's got to be said he looked a lot better in the first round of this event yesterday. I think he was understandably disappointed with how Thursday had gone. Straight back onto it though yesterday.
Yeah, I think everybody. I don't know. I can't speak for all players, but I think first event of the year, everybody probably a little bit edgy. Wanting to get off to a good start, and probably that's maybe part of the reason why there were so many shocks early doors.
Yeah, Thursday was an extraordinary day of it, as
Yeah.
you say. Top 4 seeds all went out in the first round.
Yeah. Yeah, he's played. I think he's played for the plant up the rail here, but it's missable. Yeah, yellow's not dead set.
Yeah, it's a pretty tough plant this, isn't it? Because the ball
Doesn't seem
just
to have a lot of room in that red, but I think it is. I think it is on.
Tom's very good at this. He always goes after the difficult balls early on in the clearance, as you obviously should do. It's going to open the frame right up if he does get this, but it's a high tariff shot because that yellow is away from the pocket.
Oh, that's a lovely shot. That really is a lovely shot.
Yeah, he smashed that in like it was right over the hole.
Yeah, and there was pressure in that because he could have left Greg could have played a loss of turn down and jammed him down at the bottom of the table there if he missed that. So, it was a great shot. Just push the other yellow towards the corner. Yeah, he preferred that one not to go in, but he's still all right.
Yeah, luckily for him, he's actually left quite a friendly angle on the one remaining ball at that end to get back down the table. He's just trying to promote that towards the pocket, but actually the outcome's fine still.
Yeah, he just put this into the thin part of the pocket and just bring the white down over the blue spot. He's perfect. And Tom's off to a great start here. He makes these finishes look easy, but they're not as easy as he makes them look.
Yeah, his pattern play is exceptionally good. Always goes about things the right way.
Yeah, I think he is very, very good at finding the one shot that just opens the whole frame up, which is what he done there with that plant. A lot of players might have looked to cannon that ball out, or can't remember if it was doubling or not. I'm not sure, but he just finds the shot that opens the frame up. He definitely is very, very good at that. Yeah, he's hit those well, but nothing down.
It just seems to be the difference with Tom, doesn't it? I mean, Greg's hit these really well. The balls are spread out well, but somehow nothing's in. Whereas Tom just seems to have that extra few percent that always finds a ball.
Yeah, I'd love to know the percentage. I'd love to see a stat, and obviously there would be a lot of work involved in that. But I'd love to see a stat being brought out of players' percentages of balls down, and obviously they could only do it on the TV tables. I think it would be a very interesting stat to have a look at if it was ever able to be done. You obviously couldn't do it on the outside tables, but all the streamed matches, it would be interesting to see, because I've no doubt that Tom will be at the top of the list along with Jack Whelan probably.
Yeah, one of the few times that we did have a stat like that, it wasn't balls down off the break, but it was clearances from the break. He did something like 23 out of 25 in the Pro Cup a couple of years ago in this first
He
few
done
matches.
23 out of 25 off his break.
It was insane. It was. I mean,
Really?
the reason people had gone back over it was because the stats were so absurd. I mean, it was a one-off even by his standards. That's not.
He broke the balls 25 times and cleared them 23.
I think that was of the times he got a ball.
Right. Okay. Yeah, because that is what you find with him with his break a lot of the time, that he does have a lot of easier runouts than a lot of players because he just hits the ball so well off his break. Obviously, we can all have good days and bad days in the break, but he does sometimes he crunches them so well that sometimes there's not a lot of work to do, but obviously you still have to clear them.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that ends up being an underrated part because everyone looks at the break and goes, well, he smashed them so well, it must have been an easy finish.
Yeah, no, as I say, he's unbelievable at finding the one shot to open the frame up as well. He doesn't get enough credit for that. Yeah, good shot from Greg. Interesting little setup here, because normally when somebody hangs the pocket like this, the other player can just reverse it and put Tom would ideally like a yellow in over that red, but with the black there, it's very difficult. So Greg's played a great shot there. I'm sure Tom would want to put something over that direction.
Yeah,
It's difficult.
It's quite a good spot because he's not got the red hanging right over the pocket, so it's not an easy combination shot if Tom was to go for the clearance.
Tom being ultra aggressive, he's just took his ball out, probably with the idea in mind of going game at some point here, because he's second to the punch a little bit with that red over the pocket. Tom might be forced to go, whereas Greg will more than likely would be willing to wait. Might just push another red in here.
Probably looking to play that red a bit further over, get it tight to the black.
Yeah, Tom won't really want to move this yellow that's dead straight to the green pocket. I think he may do it, but that would have been the ball to crash the black out, potentially. I'm not sure. Yeah, he's going to be forced to play that, but he probably doesn't really want to. Push it up over the corner here, is he? Yeah. Yeah. We could be here a while with this one. Let's get this one worked out. Now, if I was Greg, I'd be opening those two reds up. Yeah, and just trying to block those yellows at the same time as getting your balls open.
Yeah, it's pretty valuable to him to get his balls open because
he's got to get these two open.
He's in a decent position
until he does.
Yeah, could easily get left a good chance if he can get these open.
The white in behind. Yeah, that's a good shot.
Yeah, that's actually a really good shot, isn't it? It's obviously an easy hit on the yellows, but hard to leave it safe.
It's one of those ones. So Greg is in big command here. If Tom leaves him a shot here, Greg will be going game. This is an easy cannon to that red. Oh, he's flicked it. Well, he's got no angle here, so he can't play this ball. He's no angle to get that other one out. He's going to have to play the one near the blue spot, I feel, and then that ball with an angle. Try and leave the white a little over towards the side cush here. Leave him sell the angle to cannon into the yellow, the two yellows and the red at the top of the table. That would be my choice. I don't think he can possibly contain here. I can't believe he's playing this ball if he can't get this yellow out. Didn't look on to me.
Well, it's not the worst outcome given how badly wrong that shot's gone.
Yeah, he's got very lucky. Yellow going down the table as well.
Yeah, I mean that ball looked almost straight, didn't it? That was really asking it to force an angle there.
I don't know why he didn't play the one in the middle of the table, and then that maybe he was thinking the one in the middle of the table was the ball he wanted to use for the black, but I mean the shot he played just didn't look possible from where we were sitting anyway.
Either way, he's back in trouble. A few more options now. I mean, obviously not on this shot because he's snookered, but the fact that he's accidentally got that yellow in bottom right, long term could help.
Sure, if he is snookered.
So maybe we'll see the thin edge, but can't get to.
I think he might be going for this in the middle. Yeah. Yeah, he was going game there if he had got that. Greg's in a little bit of an interesting spot here. He's obviously got them two reds down over the black. It's quite awkward. It's quite awkward, but I mean he has to go. But I would think anyway. I don't see any way he can't. It's not easy. It's definitely not easy.
Yeah, it's one of those ones you don't love, but you don't love the idea of letting Tom back to the table either.
Is he playing the plant now? Might not be a bad shot. Is he looking at it? Playing it next? He might play this red, come down and play the plant in the knowledge that he's got the red that his tip's close to now. Okay, no, so he's going to play the bottom red and then just try and screw out and open everything up. Not a bad choice either. I probably preferred the plant just because it guaranteed the cue ball was going to come out. You know you didn't have to. This could go wrong with the cue ball. Yeah, just like that.
Yeah, you're never really sure where the cue ball's going there. You're just trusting that you get it into open play somewhere.
Yeah, if he plays the plant, the white's in open play. It's the red he was sort of more worried about with the plant, but I think the plant was a better percentage shot. Still unlucky to land behind the yellow, but I think the other option would have been slightly better.
Yeah, it would have been a different equation if he'd had another ball down this end of the table, but the fact that the others were at the top meant it was less likely he'd land nicely on one. Got to hit a
He
cushion.
hasn't reached the cushion. Not that it really matters, to be honest. The white was in perfect spot there anyway for Tom.
Yeah, just adding insult to injury, the ball in hand, but it should be the frame away now.
Yeah, not much to do here. This will be routine for Tom. It should be 2-0. He's done well to win this frame if he does win it. He was sort of looking second favourite for quite a while, although he did get very lucky when he missed the ball to the top and the yellow came down and created the traffic at the bottom.
Yeah, that was really the shot that changed it, although he had done well to hang on before that.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough one for Greg to swallow this, because you always want to get on the scoreboard early on against a player like Tom.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, against somebody of Tom's class, you just want to try and get a foothold in the match. I can only speak from my own experiences playing these top players, and if you get a good start and you're sort of 2-3 each, something like that, then you're in the match and you're comfortable. But the start's vital against these boys, especially somebody like Tom with his break, because you know at least 2 or 3 times he's going to break a dish. You know, it's going to happen. That's just was commentating the match last night, and we were just chatting about the new table that's coming. I'm very, very curious to see that. I really hope the pockets are tighter. That's my personal opinion, because I just think it'll be a truer test of pool, really.
Yeah, certainly a few pros in that camp. Chris Melling is always advocating for the tighter pocket.
Well, obviously, because Chris is one of the best players, so he's going to want the tighter pockets, because he'll feel that some of the boys that are beating him at the minute won't beat him in tight pockets. He's probably right, but I understand the logic of the bigger pockets, because it just makes it so open and gives basically everybody a chance. I do understand it, and it's great for TV, but to make it a true test, I feel that the pockets need to be tighter. And meanwhile, Tom's just had a absolute monster of a break, and these reds are ABC stuff here for Tom. This is 3-0. Yeah, clever shot to just move the yellow out of the road, just to get any little bit of a problem gone now. So it's just drop these in and black in the middle, and it's Tom's off to a flyer.
Yeah, I didn't even need to move the yellow, but as you say, just remove the one potential problem. I mean, it just looks so easy, doesn't it? And this is just the quality of play. It's not that it is a complete, well, it was close to a complete roll-in, I guess, after the break, but that's what set it up.
Yeah, I think with the top players, when I say the top players, I mean players that have been doing it for 20 years or more, like Cousins, Melling, Hill when he was here, Potts. You know, these players have won so much that it just allows them to play with less pressure, because they've absolutely nothing to prove to anybody. They know that they're the best players that's played this game. They both came back and won, but Hill, I think he won a bit more, but yeah, it was an interesting dynamic for that, and pressure in that sense. But I mean, I don't know, I think their legacies are pretty, I'm sure Gareth Potts' legacy's pretty secure in the game, you know, so yeah, I'm sure they're not playing with much pressure really, just more of a wanting to do it, but actual pressure, I don't know.
Yeah, and it's certainly the case in individual matches. When you see some of the new pros, for example, coming up against someone like Tom, you can just see it's a big moment for them. It's like their chance, whereas for Tom, it's just looks like he's out there practicing.
Yeah, he doesn't care who he's playing.
Just got himself in 2 minds about how to play this red.
Yeah, he's just going to be careful to get this. He's played it. Yeah, I didn't like it. That was, for me, he should have played it with pace. I don't understand what he tried to do. He tried to just flick the yellow and make sure that the yellow didn't go over the pocket and leave the red on. But to me, I would have played that a bit harder. But maybe it wasn't dead set. Maybe he was scared he could miss it, potentially hit the knuckle. I don't know. Something similar happened to me in my first match against Sean Story. I was 6-5 down and the white landed in the knuckles of the bottom left, off his break, and there was a red hanging over the bottom right, but it wasn't right over the pocket, and I was snookered, and I had to come off this bottom cushion. And you would have thought, looking at it, any contact with the red and it's in, but I've hit it, and I've hit it too full, and it's stuck over the pocket, and he's had a simple tap and finish to win the match. Tom was probably in a little bit of a similar position there, where he thought, if I hit this too full, it could stick, and he's erred on the side of thin, and it hasn't went in. And it was a big moment, because it was looking like a steamroller job there, and now Greg's back in the match if he can just hold himself together and take out these reds, which I'm sure he will.
The longer you can keep your opponent on 0, the better, as you say. Like now, Greg, if you can get this back to 3-1, it's not a great start, but at least he's going to feel like he's in the match.
Yeah, I think he played for the one in the middle there, but he's still alright. I don't know if the black goes down past this yellow. I don't think it does. So yeah, he has to be a little bit careful here. Doesn't want to land short here. Is he screwing it back? This could go wrong. No, he's coming up. Yeah, he's short. Now, does he play it long? Does it go long? Yeah, it goes long. He's got the big bag, but pressure on this. Yeah, well played.
Yeah, he's a very good cueist, isn't he? You see on shots like that, made that look easy. Yeah, gave himself a bit to do. If he'd have landed on the one in the middle there, that would have been easy. But
yeah, the problem was with the 2 balls left, as you say, he landed on the one in the bottom. He was playing for the one in the middle, and it just gave him a little bit of something to think about, but he managed to get it done. Absolutely, that's my goal for this year, although I'm off to a stinker this weekend. But I mean, my target this year is to try and get, this is my 2nd year in the pros now, so it's a big year, and to try and get into the 32 so that you're seated. I think it was 31 provisionally coming in, so no doubt that'll drop after a terrible weekend, but being in that 32 is massive for your draws, and you play a round less a lot of times, and you can't play a seed in the first round, so it's very, very important to get in there.
And I think more so now the ranking's a bit more settled. In the early years there were a lot of new pros coming in, so actually in that first prelim round there were a lot of dangerous players. But
absolutely, there's always dangerous players, but I mean, if you can be 3 around and not getting a seed, it's definitely a good thing.
Yeah, for sure. And now the rankings are a bit more settled, so more players are where they should be. There's a few less
I know what you mean,
dangerous wild cards.
I know what you mean, yeah. Maybe Tom's got these yellows. Those are certainly not simple. 4 balls near the cushions, but I think he might play the 2 at the bottom right, potentially now. Yeah. Certainly one of these anyway. I think both. No, he's going for that, and then the 2 at the top he's planning. Yeah, interesting.
That's the key question that he's coming around to look at. Does that yellow pass the red bottom left?
Yeah, I think it does. So I think his plan here is these 2 at the top, and then try and get on that one on the cush if he's got the right angle. But no, he's going to play the yellow at the top, and then he's going to play the yellow beside the black, and then come across for those 2. Yellow in the middle, yellow down the rail and out for the black. Yeah, just drop this through now a couple of inches, and then you should be okay.
It's a good positional shot he's just played. It didn't look like it much, but actually leaving the right angle on this makes the rest so much easier.
Yeah, it's just the only thing that can go wrong here is if he lands straight in this last yellow, so he just wants to drop this yellow in, make sure he leaves himself an angle to get the white out. Might stop the white dead, but I think maybe just drop it in and top it through. Maybe an inch might be okay too. As I say, anything but straight. Yeah, he's perfect. He had more angle on that one than I realised. He couldn't have stopped it dead, but yeah, he's left himself an angle, so he's fine. We just discussed the pockets here, so I think he'll probably err on the side of a little bit thick if he has to, if he hasn't got the full pocket.
Yeah, you can get away with brushing the cushion. You won't get away with brushing the red.
Yeah, he's fine. That's a nice finish. That's a nice finish. That wasn't simple.
No, by far the most difficult clearance of the match that he's taken. Good finish. 4-1 now.
His consistency on the break's incredible overall. Greg's went to the cup break, and those have came out nicely.
This is what he needs to start doing, clearing from his own break.
If he was on a yellow but he's not. If he was on a yellow and he could clear them ones at that he's beside now, he'd probably go yellows, but I don't. He's going to have to go reds. He may play this red up the top first. This opens the whole frame up. This shot, if he gets it, and he has got it. Nice shot. That's a lovely shot from Greg. 4-1 down, not easy, but he's cued it in well. And now you'd have to say these reds, he should get these really. He take the 3 at the bottom first. I think he'd go bottom right, bottom left, and bottom right would be my choice.
Knows the importance of this. You can see him taking that extra moment to make absolutely sure of this route.
Yeah, he's okay. And just draw the cue ball back a few inches here for the red at the bottom right, and then up the table to clear that end. Just doesn't want to land short here. Yeah, he's fine. Is he? Is he a little straight? He's okay, but he's going to have to probably leave a little bit of distance here. He's probably going to have to just bring the white back a couple of inches and play the long red. Yeah, just basically leave the white where it is now. Yeah. He's going to play the one in the middle of the table, bounce the cue ball off the side cush over towards the yellow for the ball in the back rail. He's a little short. He's a little short. This is awkward now. He might have to play the red in the middle here. Unless he can flick a little bit of sideness and use the yellow to stop the white. This looks tricky to me to hold the cue ball. It's hard to tell from here, but if he can use the yellow, he's okay. Just brush the yellow on the thin side. Yeah, he's fine. Good shot. Done well there.
Yeah, he has. He just slipped an inch or two out of prime position a couple of shots back, which had led to that, but recovered it nicely.
Yeah, and a good finish from Greg. This has been a high standard. You have to say this has been a high quality match so far. There's really been, other than that one frame where Tom played the sort of tried to force that straight shot to cannon the ball out and got lucky. That's really the only, I think that's the only real bad mistake I can remember.
Tom breaks off in frame 7. Wow, hold the front page as he came up dry. Wow, this is an ideal moment for Greg, having just cleared off his own break, now invited straight back to the table.
Looks like there's just first glance, nothing looks. No, this is tricky. This is tricky. This might be one of those cases, you know, where whoever goes first could be second favourite. Greg's probably going to attack the reds here, I would say, but it's definitely not easy. That's for sure.
That always seems to be the case when things are going well. Tom's only dry break is his worst break in terms of split.
Yeah, I mean, Greg's only got the one awkward ball here, really, but it's very difficult to get it out. He's obviously got the one beside it, but it's getting on that ball in a fashion to. Is he taking it now? He is. He's going for it. This is a big shot. Oh, great shot, Greg. Great shot.
Yeah, he deserves that. He played the positive shot.
That was a fantastic shot. It really was. He needs another one now. Good cueing shot coming up.
That was really the only route into those. They had to take it where it was offered.
Yeah, it was difficult to get nicely on it, so he played the right shot there. Go for it while he had the chance. He's got another tricky enough shot coming up here. Yeah, he's got it. And all of a sudden, he's got a really good chance now to get back to 4-3.
Yeah, so far he's been up to every challenge that's been offered to him.
Interesting. I think he'll play to come. He could play the little nudge here, but I think he'll probably just play to come back for the red nearest this. Yeah. Is he too far? Might have to slightly change his route here if he can't get on this red. Closest to the yellow pocket on the side cush. If he can't get into the white enough to get on that ball, he may have to play for the straight one beside the black. He might play a little cannon, possibly off the cush. Yeah, could go wrong. Yeah, he's played. Yeah, good shot. He's got options now. He's got the double, or he's got the other one beside the black. I think he's eyeing up. He's looking like he's going to play the double. I think I play the straight one. Yeah, this wouldn't be my choice.
Yeah,
It's messable.
If he's dead straight on the other one, that does seem like
It's messable. No, to me the other ball has to play the other ball. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was the right shot, because I think now the black goes in that he can get on the black into the pocket. He's just potted the red. I think there's enough of the black sticking out to pot it from a straight angle. So just stun the cue ball across maybe an inch and a half here. Yeah, he's perfect. Good finish, Greg. Very, very good finish.
Excellent standard of play. You see his opponent fire frame after frame at him, but Greg Batten has stood up when it mattered.
It's just so difficult. The standard is just so high, and you do need a lot of luck on the weekend to go your way. You have to break well every match, which is really tough. I mean, you'll not win too many matches breaking bad. And I think he's came up dry, which is not good news for Greg. First glance, look, if I'm not sure if those two yellows at the top, those two yellows don't go at the top, so it's going to have to be reds, definitely. I think the reds were better anyway, but he's got a little bit of work to do here. I think what he might play is the red possibly to the bottom left, and then leave an angle to play a little nudge on the red and the yellow in the middle of the table, leaving yourself the red down the rail, and then that would open everything up. And as I say, he's usually very good at finding that shot. I'm not sure if he's yeah, I think he's going to do it. Just brush this red and yellow, just yellow, and yeah, that's what he's looking at now. Ideally, he would like to play it where he clips the right hand side as we look of the yellow, and push the white towards the other yellow, and potentially even pot it, and leave himself the red down the rail, opening the red up. So this is a big shot. He doesn't want to stick on the top of this yellow and leave himself hammered queuing. Oh, look at the way he's played it. Exactly what I called. Perfect.
Yes, again, straight after the difficult one.
Yep, but he's just landed that yellow. We would wanted that yellow to go in, because that would have just opened everything up. He's just got a little bit of work to do with these two reds on the rail now, with that yellow wedged in the middle of them. I think I would play the one at the bottom first. He's looking at the other one, but I think I would play this one and try and bring the white back basically to where it is now. That wiped its feet a little bit on the thin side, which has left him probably a little bit more angle than he would have liked. The only good thing about that is it's guaranteed to get the cue ball out now, so it's just all about the pot here. The white will naturally come across, and he's going to be on one. He can't fail to be on one. Just maybe a little bit aside to get the angle to get the white into that gap. He missed it.
Unexpected miss.
Yeah, it was missable. He just out a little bit further with the white than he wanted, and as I said, he had to put a little bit of side on there to get the gap for the white, which just makes them shots missable. But obviously you'd expect Tom to pot it, but it wasn't a gimme.
Yeah, he's all just coming away from the cushion as it tracked down towards the pocket.
Greg has work to do here. I think he might have to look at possibly a DF, a lost turn shot here at some point. I don't like chasing those two yellows at the top. I think he's got to play a... Oh, what's he played here? Is he going after it? Has he left himself the angle to crash up in? I think this is quite low percentage, I have to say. Don't particularly like this.
Yeah, especially from where the white is. If he was a bit away from that pocket, it would be easier.
Yeah, he's maybe not going to play it. No, he's going to play containing, but yeah. The problem is if he leaves Tom the shot that just nudged the red. If he leaves Tom, that's a good shot. If he had a left Tom the right hand cushion to just drop to the red, hang it and leave the white there, Greg was in huge trouble. But I don't think he's left enough of that cushion to play that shot. If he has, he's in trouble. Yeah, it looks like he has. Yeah, if this hangs, yeah, I don't think this is going. It was the first shot was the bad one from Greg the last time. He kind of left himself where he didn't really have, other than the low percentage cannon. Is this going? Can he turn it over? Yeah, he can. And now you can play the loss of turn. Oh, this isn't easy. He's got to be very precise with the white here to hide the two reds. Really, I can't really leave that. The furthest, the extreme right was when we look. He's got to get the white sort of basically in line with the black, maybe slightly to the right to cover the red on the left and the one in the middle. That's the two that he needs to cover. It's not easy. He's short. He's short.
Yeah, it was a harder shot than it looked like.
Yeah.
Very easy to leave a bit of the red sticking out.
This is not easy for Tom, but it's a chance he probably wouldn't have expected after Greg got the initial little swerve there. I think he might just have left him on that awkward angle where I'm not sure if he can brush the cue ball. Is he going for the middle? Cannon into the red. Oh yeah, wasn't easy. He's got away with a little one there, Greg, it has to be said.
Yeah, well, here's his chance. This is one he may not have expected to get. A chance to get the scores levelled up, potentially, which, given the way this match started, would be some result for Greg.
Yeah, he's hung in really well. Tom's threw everything at him early doors, and Greg hasn't been phased, and now he's in with a chance for 4 each.
It's been a very different pattern of match to the first round that Tom lost to Jez Graham, but he's going to have some shades of the same thoughts, where he looked like he was way away in that match and then suddenly got drawn into a 6-red shootout.
Yeah, I was playing the table beside him and Tom was cruising, and then I looked over and he was beat. So it seemed I don't know what happened, but it turned around very quickly.
Yeah, it was 5-2 up and then got drawn into a few things and suddenly it ended up in a draw and got into that 6-red.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this goes direct. If it does, he's fine. If he has to play it cushion first into the yellow, he just needs to be careful with the yellow that's over the pocket. I think it might be going direct the way he's queuing to the bottom of the white. Oh, it was Greg.
Oh, what a mistake that could be. I mean, it was tight. It was by no means an easy shot. It was, if anything, the mistake was landing on it like that.
Yeah, it looked tight. It looked tight for direct. That's why I was saying I thought he might have to use the cushion, and it could have went wrong that way. But obviously, it must have went. He wouldn't have went for it if it didn't. But it was obviously Maybe not a full pocket. And Tom's played a fantastic shot there, and could be a big turning point in the match now.
Yeah, he's going to be very relieved, isn't he? Coming back to the table, could have been 4-all. Now chance to get 2 frames ahead again. Yeah, and will that be the moment that cost Greg Batten this match? A good shot there, left an angle to get over to the right hand side for the 8 ball. So painful as well for Greg, because he's fought so hard to get back to that point, and now he finds himself 2 behind again. Might not have made any difference, of course, but I suspect had Greg levelled it at 4 apiece, there would have been more pressure on that break. It is not got the best movement on the pack, but he has still potted a ball. After his breaks, you see the ball spread all over the table, but clustered a bit at the bottom end this time.
Yep, that's he's opened the frame up there. He's still got the one closest to the pink spot, which is tricky. I'm not sure where that goes. I don't actually know if it goes anywhere. Looking at the overhead there. Yeah, that does look very tricky. Yeah, better work to do here. Map this finish right. Yeah, so he's tried to come down to this one, and he's tried. Yeah, so he's going to just nudge this. So clever, honestly, so clever. He's going to nudge the red away, open the yellow up, and leave himself the yellow to the middle pocket. Really, really clever shot there from Tom. Perfect example of what I'm talking about finding that one shot to open the frame. And there it is. Now, still not absolutely straightforward. Still a little bit of work to do here just with the cue ball. He would really like to get on the one in the middle of the table here, but he couldn't. He didn't have the right angle, and now it's tricky. Now he's got to leave himself. He can't really land short here, because if he lands short, is he going to play up just past the middle pocket to try and leave himself a straight one? This is tricky. Can he force the white out? Can he force the white out into the middle of the table? Oh, he's got a bit more angle than I thought. Maybe. Not easy. Doesn't want to land short. Oh, great shot. That was not as easy as he made that look.
Yeah, played that really well yet again.
He did have a little bit more angle than I realised, but he definitely played that fantastically. Super finish. Not as easy as it looked at all.
Will he get enough chances?
Goes without saying, he needs a ball here. And he's got one. And those reds look okay. No. Bit of work to do. They just clustered up at the end there. But it's not too bad. They're all going. But does the black go? Not sure if the black goes. Excuse me. Well, know the way he plays these next 2 shots if the black goes. Yeah, the black goes. I'm not sure where, but it has to go somewhere the way he's played that. It's hard to tell from our angle if it's going. It doesn't look to me like it's going, but it must be the way he's played that.
Does it go bottom right?
It has to be going somewhere.
good
Yeah.
shot there. Open
Yeah,
the middle
it
pocket
obviously
up.
goes, but just shows you the way that the angle can deceive. It doesn't look from where what we're looking at like that black goes, but clearly it does. He's just having a look now. Yeah, must do. Is it? Maybe he has to come across for the other side. He's topping the white. Where's he going here? Oh, that's a nice shot. Yeah.
Well, it's
Assuming
deceptive,
he's got a full pocket here, this is fine. But it's obviously tighter than. We've seen the angle for a split second there, not enough to get a look at it, but it must go. Yeah, it does go. It does go.
Wow, good finish, and a finish he really needed.
Yeah. Here comes the hammer. Yep, here we go. I mean, that is just absolutely monstrous.
It's not what Greg wanted to see sitting in his chair, is it?
And I tell you what, I think is the most impressive thing about his break. It's effortless power. He doesn't even. It's timing. It's all timing. It's nothing to do with anything other than timing. He hits the ball so well. Some people might think that's luck. That's not luck. He's cueing the ball the way it's supposed to be cued, which not many of us can do, and it just gives him so much consistency on that shot.
And because of the
He's
course.
fouled. He's fouled. He's called a foul himself.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow, what a moment that could be.
Wow, that was match over.
Very sporting as you expect from Tom. Immediately called the foul on himself.
Did you see it move? I'm not actually too familiar with what the rule is there. Is that open table?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
the ball was potted on a foul.
Yeah.
Yeah, so could have taken yellows or
Yeah.
reds.
Yeah. I don't know, I'm not sure. I know he had that one tricky yellow at the bottom there, but yeah, it's about 6-1 both. But I kind of like the yellows there. Oh, shouldn't matter either way. Should be able to clear these. Oh, the side nearly caught him out. He's put. Now, can he hold the cue ball without having to go across into the other gap? Can he just kill the white here and leave himself a long straight one? No, he's had to come into the gap and he's switched it. Yeah, it's the one before, Greg. It's the one before.
We haven't really seen that from Greg. He's been very steady on those shots so far in this match.
Yeah, that's a strange one. They were listening. The reds were simple for a player of Greg's standard, but I definitely preferred the yellows there.
He's not looking disgusted. He was obviously playing for the ball at this end.
Yeah, he, the way he looked at that was he had a free go at it because he knew if he landed short he could just still take this one. But yeah, so he dropped the one in the right middle and just leave himself just off straight, just for just very, very slightly off straight with an angle to come down for this last yellow. Doesn't want too much angle. It's a bit quite delicate. He's played for the other side, which gave him more margin for error, which was clever. Good shot, Tom. And now it's just a delicate little shot here, and it's match over. Yep. And Greg will be sick. Greg will be sick because to be honest, he's chucked a couple of frames away there as well as he's played. He'll know there's at least 2 frames he's left out there, and that's been the difference.
Been a masterful performance from Tom.
Yeah.
As you say, there were 2 opportunities that Greg had to get back into it. Tom Cousins ultimately too strong though. Greg will be disappointed. He's a very sporting guy. He'll say congratulations as he walks out the arena, but he'll know that particularly that last frame, such an unlikely situation to be let back in.